Welcome to the Theiam Occult Academy. Hail to the lovers of occult. I'm Thea. In this episode, I will talk about the magic of possessions and human spiritual powers. Your soul paid a heavy price before entering the body, but you forgot. This life is a long vacation where you are supposed to enjoy the pleasures of the flesh, eating, sex, excitement, satisfaction. But this body is not always in the sole possession of your soul. There are other creatures that temporarily use your body. This is scary without even knowing them. To control this body, there is a control room which we call unconscious. Our soul is the captain of this ship, but there are other seats in the control room. The more interesting the body, the more its passengers. This is a vessel. This body could become Donald Trump, or it could become Albert Einstein, or he can be Picasso, or Napoleon Bonaparte, or he can be an unknown young man in a remote city who will die of addiction and poverty at the age of 30 and will not have a taste of life and its pleasures. He will not have much effect. Your soul has chosen your body in eternity, the environment it will be in, and the stories it will live. The pleasures of the flesh are endless. Every body is unique. Your height, weight, skin color, and IQ level, the place you were born in, and most importantly, the time you were born. Your soul was able to pay for the purchase of this body. 70-year-old vacation with this body in the 3D world, a game, a trip, all the pleasures of the flesh. The fate of every body in this world is predetermined. Knowing this journey and knowing the potentials of the body, the soul pays its rate. One of the bitter truths of beyond is this, but even more bitter is that this body is shared, and there are other beings who directed in the control room of this body. I ask a question, which do you choose? Control 5% of the king's body or 100% of the body of a poor person? The currency of all worlds is energy. Your soul has some energy and was able to buy this body, a body that many souls are looking for. Many other supernatural beings are looking for it. Do not underestimate the pleasures of flesh. Much of what supernatural beings do for us is because of the few moments you allow them to share in the body. Be present in the control room of the body and taste the pleasures of the flesh. Maybe everyday life is bitter for you, but all the events of life are interesting for supernatural beings, including our soul, both bitter and sweet events, both scary and happy. Consider a trip to an unknown world. Whatever happens there is an interesting and new experience. My voice is a flip for you. Look in the mirror after this video. Your soul has worked hard to be the master captain of this ship. Do not let opportunities pass. All your worries and anxieties produce negative energy, and the creatures below feed on this negative energy. That is, they beg to be in this vessel, even if an accident happens to you, so that they can have a small experience of the pleasures of the body and find this energy, even if it is negative. In the occult, one of our most important tasks is to remember our previous lives with the help of a master. Thousands of years of memories, parallel universes, and other dimensions all have the same key. What is your soul name? I help students remember this name. Each of you who hears my voice, know that there is a lock on your cosmic memory that does not allow you to remember your past and thousands of years of memory, knowledge, and wisdom. Apart from the pleasures of the body, you had a great mission, that you are now in this 3D world. It is a pity that many people die without even remembering their names, and to know for what mission they came here. A donkey's world is his stable, without knowing that there is a city, there is a country, there is a continent. It just eats, sleeps, does some work, and reproduces. Occult is the most important thing that a human will do after coming to this world. Time is short and secrets are many. The first thing I will tell you is to be careful to have control over your body. There are other beings that take control from you. For example, twin demon, spirits of ancestors, supernatural beings. Remember these things. Beings that, if you know them, will help you control this body, and if you don't know them, they will steal the control from you. false masters who do not know these beings, and they do not know about the gender of the soul. Man is bipolar, male and female, but the soul does not have a fixed gender. Sometimes it is completely feminine, and sometimes it is completely masculine. The human body is limited to masculinity and femininity. Part of your soul is female and part is male. Sometimes a woman is behind the wheel in the control room, and sometimes a man. So what happens if your soul can buy a male body while your soul states are female? That is why I have always supported LGBTQ in academia. Sexuality is imposed on the body and is something that belongs to the soul, because the body is limited to choose one of the bipolar states, female or male, and due to the short-sightedness of societies and weak human technology at this point in time, unfortunately, the gender of the soul becomes a problem, and this gender disharmony is called a social anomaly. The next category is twin demon, which was born in the parallel world exactly at the same time as you. The only way it communicates with you is in the dream world and through the third eye. In possession witchcraft, I teach students how to befriend the twin demon and allow it to guide them in life. The beings whose lives you have seen in your dream and are considered your supernatural brothers and sisters. To the extent that your third eye is open, you have visited the lives of more twin demons in your dreams and seen their strange worlds. Some of these worlds are very similar to ours so much, so that in a dream you think you are living it yourself. And twin demon's life is very little different from your life. Sometimes your twin demon's world is no different than yours, as you all live the same life, because it has a world very similar to our world, and with a different choice of life, it is separated from us. If you think about your past, you will realize that in relationships, in love, in work, if you had made a different choice and made a different decision in just one moment, your life would have been completely changed. If you chose a certain job, how many changes would be made? And the twin demons have lived these decisions, millions of possibilities. Unfortunately, some forget their dreams because their third eye is completely closed or partially closed. By strengthening the third eye, we teach our students to connect to other worlds, to these interesting beings, who are in fact ourselves if the situation turns out differently. The third category is the beings of the fourth dimension, beings that we hire them or they possess us, and they do many things to enjoy a little of the pleasures of the body. We have three types of vessels: crystals, humans, and magical animals or familiar, which can be a home for these beings to come and do things. For example, in Islam, they use a human vessel, and the person will be harmed the most. After each summon, it is the person's body that is damaged. It doesn't matter if demons or angels are summoned. They use this object and leave, and the person remains with the whole ship. The fourth and most important category in this room is the command of the spirits of our ancestors. If they want to be in this ship, they can just watch, or they can control. They can live again and do all the talents and things they learned in their life with our body. Well, remember, I had a student who was a doctor. His grandfather was one of the famous carpet weavers, and when we summoned him, he used the most specialized keywords of carpet weaving that the doctor had never even heard of. Hypnosis takes your soul out of the captain's chair, and we put whoever we want on the chair. Of course, this soul must wander in this world. We use crystal in our academy. You can befriend, recognize, or summon all these beings that are present inside you. You just need a volunteer body or crystal. Do not forget that your soul has paid a high price for this body. The pleasures of the flesh.